Hello beautiful humans, my name is Chris D and I hope you're having a wonderful day, and if you are new, I welcome you as well. I don't want to ruin this for you. This is an overview of Arcane episodes 1 through 3, so if you have not seen it, go watch it so I'm not ruining everything for you. This is before episodes 4 through 6. So, with that, we are in two areas. We have the Undercity, which has three different names, which is the Undercity, Zion, and the Lanes. The people who live there call it the Lanes. The area is called Zion, and the people who live in Piltover calls Zion the Undercity, because pretty much they do kind of live underground. But the people who live in the Undercity are our main group, which is Vi, Powder, Clogger, and Milo. I love the group. Your informant, the one who can sneak around and find out where everybody lives, that would be Echo. He has the bleached hair, by the way. And then there's Vander, the one who pretty much runs the lanes, and nothing goes in or out pretty much without him saying, or nothing really bad happens. But they don't really go into detail about exactly what he does. We just know he's the boss for the most part. And then there's Silo. He is supposed to be dead and nobody really knows he's alive. So he's like somewhere deep down in a corner trying to entice things. So the events that happened for the 3 episodes here, Vi, Powder, and the group really tried to go make a name for themselves to stand up to Vander's, past history, saying, hey, we're just as good as you are. It doesn't go well. They get caught stealing stuff. They destroy a whole entire building. And guess what? People in Piltover want to make an example. So they start sending enforcers down. The enforcers are not making any ground. So what do? Silo decides to step in, get a character named Marcus, who is young and very, very eager to get any information, really does, and goes to Vander to get these people, but he's not giving up anybody. So he's giving off these threats. However, Marcus quickly finds out that he got into bed with the wrong person, and Silo exposes himself to Vander saying, hey, I'm still alive, and it shocks everybody. However, Silo doesn't come without a weapon. He has something called the Shimmer. It's this liquid that you drink, and it turns you into like this ugly version of a mutated Hulk, or a Hyde, if you will. And pretty much super strength, speed, well, not like really fast, but higher endurance than a normal human, and can pretty much kill anything within one hit. They capture Vander, they take him out. I'm not too sure what they were going to do with him because they never had a chance to do it. Vi and the group leave Powder behind to go save him. They get inside but realize since they got in so easy, they fell into a trap. Vi has to defend them while they try to release Vander from his shackles. She gets into an amazing boxing fight, the best scene in episode 3 I have ever seen. It is really well done, and she pretty much almost wiped out the whole entire group, as if it wasn't for one of the characters taking Shimmer, and pretty much that was endgame for her. She didn't die, but she got pretty much beat back. Powder, on the other hand, on the side note that nobody really knew about, decided to create another bomb that really did work this time and use these little balls that create these explosions. Shot off an explosion which also threw her off a building after she climbed it, which surprisingly is very good, and kind of destroyed the building there as well. Ended up killing, unfortunately, Clogger and Milo, which was a heartbreak for mine because I really wanted to see those characters grow, because they were really my favorite. And Vander had to go into action, and now you can see why. If he would have fought from the very beginning, I can guarantee you everything would have been shut down, because he was really good. Not only as a human, he was able to stand up to the Hyde character that was on Shimmer, but at the same time, though he ended up losing because of Silo, when he took to Shimmer himself, he became this humongous Hulk-looking type figure, but ended up dying by saving Vi by jumping out of a building before it exploded. When Vi found out that it was Powder who did the explosion, she got very upset, and really in that rage, wanted nothing to do with her sister. And that is totally understandable, because what would you do in that situation, that the people that you love that are so close to you ended up dying because of your own sister who was trying to help, and you just wanted her to stay away because she's a jinx. So she ends up going away. Silo comes out of nowhere, and right before Vi goes out to save her sister, She gets caught by Marcus, puts to sleep. We don't know what happens. They go off into the dark, and the only warning he says to her is, if he sees you, you will die, which guarantees the truth because the whole entire crew was still alive. But at the end of the day, all she wanted to do was try to save her sister. But guess what? That did not happen. She falls into the grips of this evil character, Silo, and that's pretty much how the season ends for them. But jumping over to Piltover, it's a little bit different. It's a whole lot more political. And it's really focused around this character named Jace, who as a child was stuck in a blizzard with his mom. They were about to die. This arcane mage comes out of nowhere, teleports them to a different area where it's not winter. I guess somewhere else around the world. Who knows where. Saves them, hands him a magical stone, and that became a part of his life on how to unlock this arcane power or how to control it, since this mage never said anything and just pretty much disappeared after that. And he's now in Piltover after all these years, trying to create these devices to control this arcane magic in secrecy. But because of Vi and her group breaking in and destroying this building, guess what ends up happening? Piltover finds out. He has to go to court to defend himself. They pretty much said, listen, if you just say nothing about magic and that you're sorry, you're going to get a slap on the wrist. Does Jace do this? No, he doesn't. He says, hey, I can control arcane magic. They asked for proof. He hasn't proven it. So guess what? He gets banished from the school permanently for life, but, under the care of his mother. But Victor, an assistant who is investigating him, comes out of nowhere and says, I am tired of being assistant. I was from the Undercity. I built my way up here, but I don't want to live my life as an assistant. He is also a type of inventor, and guess what? They go together to build this wonderful device that creates, I guess, this arcanic teleportation device, and it really did work. We also learned about two very important characters as well. Professor Heimendinger, a 307-year-old character who is a scientist as well, super intelligent compared to everyone else on the council. And the second person on the council would be Mel, who is part of the Medarda family, which is wealthy, but she is the poorest in her family, but the richest in Piltover. And she wants to be wealthier, and she wants something that's really going to take her over the top. But one thing that she does is that she knows how to manipulate the people around her without the cost of it ever falling back on her. And that's exactly what she did within the first 2 episodes. And this is pretty much everything that happened in Piltover. It was very kind of politically pulled, and you can see who holds the power and who has the ability to move things around. And it doesn't matter how smart you are, if you're not really used to playing all these rules, then you're going to be oblivious to them. And I think that's exactly what was happening in the council anyways. There's a lot of the council that we don't know, but I can't wait till we find out more of who these council people are, and to see what technologies that they have or where they're from. But a lot of it is very true that they do have bad pasts with arcane magic, so that therefore they are very afraid of arcane magic to begin with because of greed. So if you think I missed something very important, please let me know down in the comments. And if you like what you see, subscribe. Hit the like button because it does help me out with the YouTube algorithm, and hit the bell notification for every time I post a video. And until next time, don't forget to kick up and not down, and I will see you the next time I post. Peace.